Hello, everyone. I'm Leela Tressimer, and I wanted to invite you to participate in an upcoming cycle of the Trines meditation that many of us have been doing in the StarHouse for 8 or 9 years now. And to say a little bit about it, whether you're new to the practice or considering it or have been doing it for years, we could all recount the many things that are happening in our world, in our lives, that are unique to this time, potentially more challenging than ever before. And they include a personal capacity to move through periods of sort of paralysis and a sense of hopelessness, and how do we make a difference, and what could we possibly do to bring an influence of peace and harmony to the many challenges we face. And the Trines meditation, which is part of the StarHouse activation, is one of those ways. So I wanted to share a few things to encourage you to join us for this upcoming year of choosing a post or an astrological sign to stand with, and then to join the group that meets in person on Sunday mornings, and also online for those who are at a distance every other Monday evening. This practice is distinctly related to principles of sacred earth activism. It's a phrase we've used for some decades around StarHouse. It's shared by Andrew Harvey, a wonderful teacher who shares his devotion to the sacred feminine. Sacred activism is a way of bringing sacred principles into a collective practice so that the synergy of a group working together is so much more enhanced and effective. This meditation visualization has evolved over quite a few years, and changes, and people bring to it their own experience. It changes with time and with practice. But the pattern is a repeated one because it's founded on universal principles that have a direct impact on the subtle energy bodies of life, of earth, of every living system. I just wanted to share a little bit about why do this. So on a personal level, it's because it gives us a way of being active and meeting with a committed group of people. Commitment alone is a big part of taking a stand for the planet at this time, for becoming a vessel to hold a pattern that is shared by those who made the commitment. So it's an activation, not only personally and for the community around the working temple of the StarHouse, which is a dynamic working temple in Boulder, Colorado, and also for the planet. So it doesn't rest on any kind of dogma in the center. It's really an invitation to work with geometry. We work with trines and tetrahedra of each of the elements. So the 3 air signs, the 3 water signs, etc., form a trine, which then becomes a tetrahedra, that 4th point, and creates a double tetrahedron. And there are 2 of those, one of earth and water and one of air and fire. One of the core principles in doing this work together is that it supports the balance of sacred masculine, sacred feminine energies. We invoke the father-mother vortex. We work with the principles of the feminine as it involves geometry, a way of measuring earth, geometric, with color, with sound, with movement. It's an embodied practice, which is very much a feminine principle. And then it weaves in the presence of star wisdom, of the astrological impulse and imprint that we feel the impact of every day, whether it's through the movement of sun and moon or the patterns formed by the influence of the planets and the stars on the earth. So by working with sacred masculine, sacred feminine principles, this weaving gives us a sense of connection to the greater whole, because we are all those things. We are star beings embodied. We are earth beings who are connected to star wisdom. And it's through the dancing together of these aspects that we can have dramatic impact on shifting ourselves, creating a harmonic and integrity and equanimity within the community, and also believing and trusting that doing a practice for the good of the earth does have an impact on the morphogenetic field that surrounds the earth. It doesn't take a huge number of people to impact that field, but it does take dedication, commitment, a regular practice, a return to the practice on a daily basis, ideally, and certainly a couple times a week. It doesn't demand a lot of time, but intention and attention is paramount. Some people spend, 5 minutes a day, some 10 or 15 minutes a day, several times a week in this commitment. So the purpose of this little video is to remind you that if you have made a commitment, that we are rededicating on Sunday, September 25th at the StarHouse, and you can send me your desired element and perhaps a specific post that you would like to stand with. And if this is a new idea to you, you can link to the enclosed link here to watch an animation of how this practice unfolds in the StarHouse with a group that's doing it, which as I say, we do every Sunday morning. So encouraging you to recommit. This is a time when we potential for humanity are called to action. It's never been more important. So having a practice that inspires us, that connects to the transformative energies that are so necessary for life right now, is something that we all need to recommit to on a daily basis, really, and certainly on an annual basis. It's important that we take a stand for what we believe in and to work with sacred activism in a really dynamic and actually a very fun way. So as I say, our pattern is a Sunday morning. Every other Monday night we meet on a Zoom call, and once a year we gather, which is around the equinox in September, to learn what people have learned and to enjoy one another's company and to choose a new cycle of standing with one of these archetypal beings. Thank you, and we hope to see you September 25th.